Hello friends, how are you doing? Welcome to Stockholm, Sweden, the most sustainable nation on earth. Sweden is a vibrant country with a population of 12 million persons, and Stockholm is multi-busy capital made up of 2 million persons. So it is a country of 500,000 kilometers square, but 70% of it is occupied by forest, and the rest 30% is hosting the population of Sweden. Sweden has been designated as the greenest nation on earth by multiple international organizations due to its numerous strategies of combating climate change, namely waste management, forestation, policies, and green infrastructures. However, today, in the course of this research, we shall focus on forestation. Having said that, today, in the course of this research, just like we said before, we shall focus on how Sweden is leveraging its forests or trees and tree gardens to not only beautify its cities, but also to combat climate change. So the strategy for this research is we are going to, first of all, visit the parks, the leisure parks, the car parks, and the streets that is within the urban city. And after that, we'll also visit private residential areas. And after that as well, we will also be visiting the community residential areas. And also, when we are done with that, we will visit all the projects that are taking place in Swedish forest and try to examine and identify and also come up with a constructive report or understanding on how Sweden is leveraging its forests to fight against climate change. So, first of all, we want to apologize that this research was not well planned seasonally, because now it's fall in Sweden. So we might not be able to see all the trees, all the leaves, um, as we thought that it will be the case. But unfortunately, since we are here during the fall, we will not be able to see the leaves. But definitely, we are going to see the trees, and we are going to see the gardens, and we are going to see all the forestation strategies on how Sweden is utilizing and leveraging to combat climate change. So, thank you guys very much, and let's get it started. Let's move on. To begin with, when we talk about the Swedish sustainability, it doesn't only refer to tree plantings. It also refers to home or domestic gardening. 99% of Swedish homes practice home gardening as a strategy of decarbonizing not only their home, but they also live from it. Okay, so right now, as we bring you images from the Swedish tree campaign against climate change, we plead with you to be patient and enjoy the images. We will be navigating from streets to parks to leisure parks to uh, car parking lots, and also through from urban community to private residential areas, and also uh, community residential areas. Thank you. So please stay with us and enjoy the images. Yeah, hello, welcome back again, guys. I'm looking very tired, sweating. It's been interesting. But hope you guys enjoyed the images, and it was very interesting for me to observe or to see. And I must say, I'm very amazed by the works that streets are doing in their streets in order to decarbonize not only the streets and not only their parks, but also in their car parks. So even the car parks have a lot of trees, the leisure parks have trees, and also streets. And one thing I noticed was that streets, they are using the pine trees, and they also use the oak tree. And also, I also realized that there is also a lot of lime trees. Which is occupying the entire area. So that is something very interesting. And for the spacemen, as you might have noticed as well, I realized that, or we found that, we saw that the spaceman, it was like 10 meters separate. And the reason for using all those trees is because the roots of those trees, they are all environmental friendly trees, and the roots of those trees are easy to manage, and the leaves as well are also easy to manage. The roots doesn't spread, and therefore it cannot destroy roads, like tires on the roads on the street. You cannot destroy it, so it is environmentally friendly. And the leaves are friendly, and also apart from that, they are all easy to manage. They are of good height, sustainable height. So those are things that are very interesting. And then the spacemen as well. The spaces between their trees is like 10 meters distance. And there are two strategies in how they are planting the trees. And the first strategy is the 10 meters distance, and on two-way on the street, in between the street is like two lines, and the other strategy is on the opposite streets, along the opposite street. So that's really interesting to understand, coming from a sustainability background. I think I can really much, I will very much relate to that. So that was it for the urban city, and right now we shall be moving over to the private residential areas and community residential areas. So just be patient with us, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the images. So see you guys. And after the private residential areas, we will then move over to forest and also observe and try to understand what kind of projects they are into, if it is deforestation, if it is forestation, if it is afforestation, or if it is uh, reforestation projects. We'll be seeing that, we'll be observing that. We'll also try a way to see how they are managing the thinning process of the trees or of their environment. So, but so far from the images which I've just seen, or which you have as well observed right now, I would say it's really great to see their efforts when it comes to decarbonization of the streets, decarbonization of the parks, decarbonization of car parks, decarbonization of leisure parks, and also decarbonization of homes. And one thing we note, and which is important to say, is that what we realize is that all the trees along the street is equivalent to the amount of houses in the urban area. That's very interesting. So it's equivalent to the amount of, not only amount of buildings, but also the apartments in the building in the urban areas. So some streets you have more than streets where you have 150 apartments in a building, you also have more than 150 trees. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that was a good technique which I found. So thank you much, guys, and see you as we proceed. Be patient with us and follow up. Enjoy the rest of the images, and see you soon. Thank you. Yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the images. And we are here at the beach side. We found a very nice, relaxing lake to chill and rest before we proceed on this research. So initially, we hope you enjoyed the images. So initially, our target was to visit in the urban section, which you guys have watched already, was to visit uh, parking lots for cars, leisure parks, and also street. So we found out that, and also to find out the kind of trees that are used in those streets and what are the characteristics of those trees and what are their values when it comes to climate change and also beautifying the city. So we realized that in Sweden, you have the spruce trees and you have the lime tree and you also have the oak, which those are trees that are mostly used, which you have seen in the city. And the reason for using those trees in the city is because of its characteristics. It's easy to manage. The roots are quite friendly. It doesn't really spread that far, and therefore cannot destroy buildings. And also the leaves as well is easy to manage. And when it comes to the residential areas, private residential areas, which you have also watched. I hope you enjoy the images as well. They have the oak trees, and they have lime tree, but then they have apple trees for fruits. Those are all environmental friendly trees. When it comes to the rooting, so it doesn't spread that much and easy to manage, environmentally friendly in the environment. So they had those trees and fruits as well, and it provides shades and also gives provide privacy for the environment. So those are the trees they use in residential areas. But something very interesting we found was in the community residential areas. You know, as you have seen, there's a difference between private residential areas and the community residential areas. So in the community residential areas, they mostly have a biodiversity which separates different housing units. So each housing unit has the opportunity of enjoying a little bit of biodiversity, as you have seen in the videos. So they have mainly, serious wild trees in the forests and timber as well, which split housing units in the community residential area. So those are very interesting things which we discovered, and those are the strategies of which Swedes are using to combat climate change. And when it comes to the community, it is very interesting to emphasize that it reveals the Swedish seriousness towards climate change, because when they are constructing their houses, they don't only think about land economy when it comes to the building. They also think about adding a little bit of biodiversity, a little bit of nature, uh, to align it with, to side it with the building, community buildings. So this is quite interesting. Contrary to other countries who think majorly on land economy, for Swedes, land economy also involves a portion of biodiversity together with the building. So those are the interesting things which we found, and those are the things that makes Swedes or Sweden much more outstanding when it comes to combating climate change using forestation or using trees. So thank you guys very much for watching now, and we will be proceeding to the next stage of this research, which is obviously forest. We want to observe forest, so we are now moving to see the different kinds of forest projects which the Swedes are into. So we'll be looking at things like afforestation, reforestation, and deforestation, if at all it is found, and all those kind of things, and the kind of trees that they are using in their forest. Trees like the spruce, trees like timbers, and how they are also implementing it in line with national policies, national environmental policies. So thank you guys very much, and see you. It's a beautiful nature out here, as you can see. It's very beautiful. So, see you guys as we proceed. First of all, so we've just finished from the lake now, and we are on our way to visit the farm project, and it's an afforestation and reforestation project going on, which is very interesting and inspiring to see. And but before then, we will be visiting a horse farm, which we were told that is on the way. And after that, we will visit the forest, the afforestation farm. And after visiting the farm, we will now be meeting a tree supplier or farmer who is considered to be a legend, a forest legend. And then, yeah, that will be it. So let's check on the horses. Yeah, so we are actually driving. I'm driving. What do you say? Yeah, so we are driving. I'm driving right now, and yeah, we are on our way to meet to visit the tree project. Yeah, and it's so beautiful. And somebody just called us and told us that there are some beautiful horses. So we will be checking it, and yeah, so we'll just visit the horses. It's like a horse farm, and then we proceed. Yeah, so we were like just on our way to the tree project, and somebody called us and told us that there were some beautiful horses along the roadside. And this is what we found, guys. So let's take a look. Wow, it's so cute. Beautiful. Wow, it's like a horse farm. Wow. Animal husbandry. What we found, guys. Beautiful horses. Wow. It's a nice guy. How you doing, bro? Wow. These guys are cool. So cool. And the other one is that way. Wow. Man, bro, I could be here for a very long time, you know. I love animals. This is an example of, great preservation and for leisure. And these are animals used for leisure. And, it's really cool to see how sweets, naturally sweets are into nature. They are naturally nature lovers. That's why you see they preserve animals and they preserve nature. They love nature so much. Yeah. So yeah, I guess you love this one, right? Yeah. So let's go. Another species of horses. These ones are used for horse races, for competition, leisure games in Sweden. See how beautiful they are. Yeah, this is really cool. Wow. All right, take care. So let's go. Take care. We keep on. Wow. So actually, we are on our way to meet the farm legend, and then we saw this project on the way, and this is an afforestation project. Afforestation meaning uh, this place previously had no trees before, but now there is now the community is now planting trees uh, just to make sure that they meet up with the sustainable development goals. And this farm is actually being taken care of and supplied by uh, the forest legend, which we are on our way to meet right now. And just take a look, baby trees, it's very beautiful. Like, so very beautiful. Like, this is a very good project, like baby trees. So I think this is like cypress or something. Yeah, this cypress. It's very, very beautiful. Take a look. Like, very beautiful. So actually, from here right down to the shore, to the riverside, these are all new trees being planted by the community, and this is what Sweden is doing. This is what Sweden is doing, and on the other side, it is reforestation, where that one is grown already. That one it had trees previously, uh, and is already matured. You can see the other side. Yeah, so as you can see, these trees, they were all planted long time ago. It's another species of I think it's spruce. I think it's like cypress trees planted a long time ago, and this is this is a reforestation project that began long time ago, and it's doing very well. It's like a couple of years ago. This is amazing. You see, this is really amazing, man. So this is part of the story how Sweden is fighting against climate change with the uh, afforestation project that way. Let me take you around. Afforestation project that way, and then you had reforestation project this way. So this is amazing. This is amazing. So let us go. Let's go. It's really beautiful. It looks beautiful. Let us go and take a look at the other projects. Yeah, thank you. You can put it off, bro. Yeah, so and here these are trees that has been these are trees obtained from the tuning procedure. So yeah, we just got this one. So these are trees obtained from the tuning procedure, and it's ready to be picked up, processed, and marinated and used for construction or used for any other purposes like perhaps maybe tables or household, for household needs. Yeah, so yeah, it looks so beautiful. Very nice and beautiful baby trees. All right, so let us proceed, and we will keep you updated as we continue the research. So thank you, and let's go. Wow, this is more like a research center for trees and flowers and all kinds of flowers. You know, when they say Sweden is the most sustainable country, it also comes down to habit. Swedes, they are good with planting trees indoors. That also help with decarbonization. And this area is more like a research center where you can they produce different species of flowers and trees, and of course they even sell it. You can see it's very big, so it's more like a research center. Here they produce different they create different species of trees and flowers, those that are used indoors for indoors planting, and they even sell some. It's really amazing, isn't it? So sustainability is not just about outdoors tree planting or reforestation. It also has to do with domestic habits, how you manage your oxygen and carbon dioxide indoors contributes to the sustainable or the sustainability aspect of nature as well. And those are the things which Swedes are very, very much good with as well. These ones, they already have fruits for indoor gardens. Yeah, so that's it for the research center, the tree and flower research center. So let us move on to the other, to meet our main guest for the day. Yeah, thank you. So let's go. See you guys there. So hello guys, and welcome once again. We are here to meet Balvex. So Balvex is an old man. He's a legend in this tree business, and he's been in this business since 2011. And he will be telling us more about his history, and he has contributed a lot when it comes to sustainability and tree planting in Sweden throughout Stockholm, and he's seen as one of the most significant uh, backgrounds when it comes to uh, tree planting, flowers distribution, tree planting in Sweden. So let's go now and talk to him and hear from him about his motivation and how long he's been in this business. It would be nice to, hear from the legend himself. So let's go. Thank you very much. Okay, Bevex. Yeah, so thank you very much for being with me today and for being part of this program. It's really amazing, and I've been walking throughout the city talking to people, and everybody sent me to you, which means you are very known and a legend in this business. So I'm grateful to, and it's an honor for me to meet you finally. So, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. So I just want to know one first question. What motivates you towards establishing this tree business? Because, like you know, Sweden is known as the world, in the whole world, Sweden is known as the role model for sustainability. And when it comes to who are those behind Swedish sustainability, everything is pointing towards you as one of a significant role model when it comes to tree planting in the city and so on. So what motivated you towards this business?
Vad motiverar dig till att öppna upp det här företaget i den här branschen?
Det började det hela 2006 när jag planterade min egen häck hemma hos mig. Alltså det är den här häcken som vi ser där borta. Så jag köpte plantorna i Polen för att det var lite billigare än i Sverige och det var bättre tillgång till växterna. Alltså i Sverige var det väldigt begränsat sortiment. Så köpte jag den, men då köpte jag åkte själv till Polen, så köpte jag hela bilen alltså. Så att inte frakta luft så att säga i bilen. Det som jag har använt hemma hos mig finns kvar tills idag. Och resten som blev kvar av det så satte jag på blocket och sålde. Och på det sättet inspirerade jag mig att det är något som jag vill syssla med. Alltså, tidigare så har jag haft en åkeri med lastbilar och sånt. Men jag tyckte att det här jobbet med gröna växter och sånt, det är något som gör mig rolig alltså att jobba med.
Intressant!
Ja, så började det i alla fall 2006. Så 2007 så då har jag beställt, trots att jag hade inga kunder, ingenting. Men jag tog risken, jag har beställt hela trailer med olika växter, barrväxter alltså. I olika storlekar och olika sorter av barrväxter beställde jag hela trailer. Trots att jag visste inte om jag ska sälja dem eller inte. Men det gick. Och så på det sättet så beställde jag sålde det här trailer, så beställde jag nästa. Sen började jag lära mig både själv och sen gick jag på kurser och pratade med odlarna. Och så lärde jag mig mer och mer om växter alltså. Jag gick på olika kurser och det bästa var faktiskt konversation med odlarna. Jag fick väldigt mycket information av dem. Hur man ska odla, hur man ska plantera, hur man ska sköta om dem. Och så sen, såklart köpte jag böcker. Jag har en hel bunt med olika böcker om växter och kurser och sånt. Så jag började plantera även, inte bara sälja och plantera. Det var det väl 2008 som jag började göra det. Och sen dess utvecklade jag mig hela tiden. Så köpte jag både utrustning och lastbilen och grävmaskin och 2-hjulslastare och allt möjligt. Alltså hyrde en plats för lager. Så nu har jag en stor lager med rätt många barrväxter i olika sorter och ganska stora mängder hela säsongen alltså. Har jag på lager, så man behöver inte vänta länge att få det som man behöver alltså.
Intressant. Wow. Okay, so how long have you been doing this project?
Hur länge har du jobbat med det här?
Ja, som jag sa, att det var 2006 och sen dess jobbar jag hela tiden med det och utvecklar mig både mig själv, alltså med kunskaper om barrväxter, det är överhuvudtaget barrväxter, men inte bara. Vi kan ta fram det som kunden behöver. Vi började för 2 år sedan började vi samarbeta med olika holländska plantskolor också. Men bäst baserar vi oss på polska plantskolor. Och vi har testat några stycken, eller ganska många. Och så har vi bara kvar några stycken som vi vet att det är bra. Och då, med dem samarbetar vi fortfarande. Så sen från 2006 till idag jobbar vi med och utvecklar hela tiden. Jag har lärt mig även ganska mycket av mina anställda också, som jag anställde, som är utbildade trädgårdsmästare. Ja. Så av dem har jag fick också någon tips och kunskap. Ja. Men mesta är från odlarna och från kurser.
Okay. So hur har den kunskap som du fick, hur hade den kunskap hjälpt dig? How the knowledge which you got from the school or friend, how has it helped you?
Hur har den här kunskapen hjälpt dig i arbetet? Hur har den bidragit till ett mer hållbart?
Ja, varje år, vi lär oss hela tiden. Alltså. Det är inte bara att jag är färdig alltså, med kunskaper. Alltså. Jag lär mig varje år. Alltså. Varje säsongen kommer något nytt. Nya medel som man använder vid planteringen till exempel, som vi använder. Svampkulturer till planteringen, positiva svampkulturer som vi använder när vi planterar för bättre etablering, för bättre växt. Sen har vi även lärt oss hur ska man bekämpa svampar, parasiter och olika problem med växter också. Det är inte alla som går att rädda, men agerar man i rätt tid alltså, så då går det att hjälpa till dem och rädda. Så det är inte så att utbildningen är färdig alltså. Hela tiden lär vi oss något nytt varje år.
Intressant. Okay, so vad är skillnaden och what's the difference? Sorry guys, sometimes I mix Swedish, so sorry. But what's the difference between the trees or flowers that are used in the city and those that are used in the forest?
Vad är skillnaden mellan växter som används i stan, i stadsmiljöer, och vad är skillnaden mellan dem och de växterna som vi har i våra svenska skogar?
Ja, skillnaden är rätt stor. Alla växter behöver sin egen miljö att växa i. Så det är både miljö med vädret, med solen, som har samband att göra, och sen även jorden och medel när man planterar dem. Sen är det skötsel också, olika på olika växter. Klippningar, besprutningar, gödslingar. Allt det här skiljer sig från blommor till barrväxter. Det är andra medel till blommor, gurka och tomater till exempel. Och helt annan skötsel gäller barrväxter. Alltså.
Okay.
Så det är två olika saker. Och om jag ska vara ärlig så blommor är jag inte så väldigt... Okej, jag har en viss kunskap, men inte lika stor som barrväxter.
Okay. Do the roots have anything to do with the differences as well?
Har rötterna någonting att göra? Finns det någon skillnad mellan det? Till exempel mellan växter som har fritt öppen mark i skogen och växter som planteras någonstans i stadsmiljön. Hur fungerar roten?
Ja, det ska vara närmast den miljö som de växer i. Alltså så nära som möjligt, alltså man ska anpassa underlaget, alltså både jorden, rötter och allt runt om rötter. Alltså. Då ska man anpassa när man planterar närmast den miljö som de växer i. Alltså. Okay. Är det någon skogträd, ena till exempel, då ska man använda en lite annorlunda jord och annorlunda medel när man planterar.
Okay.
Så är det tall, det är ungefär i samma miljö som i skogen.
Okay, interesting. So now this is the most important one. How do you feel that most people I've talked to in the city, and most people I know, in fact, the whole city is pointing finger at you as the legend of when it comes to flowers and tree planting, both in the city and even in the forest. Like, you know a lot about it. How do you feel that you are one of the significant role players behind sustainability in Sweden when it comes to tree?
Hur känns det att alla som han har pratat med, alla som han har intervjuat, de pekar mot dig till den som är en legend inom den branschen, inom hållbarhet och växter och trädgårdar? Hur känns det att bidra till hållbarheten i Sverige och vara den som är någon slags av förebild?
Ja, jag tror att allt beror på alltså att bra produkter, alltså vi har sorterat de odlarna som vi köper ifrån. Dessutom, apropå odlingen, då har vi i Polen har vi egen odling också. Det är inte mycket, men vi har startat egen odling av barrväxter också, så vi odlar själva också. Men det att folk litar på mig, jag tror att det är flera faktorer som är viktiga. Alltså, först och främst är det våran seriöshet, alltså att vi är seriösa, att vi betraktar varje kund enskild, att vi står för garanti vilken vi ger folk råd, de får mycket information på våra hemsidan angående skötsel och vi är helt enkelt seriösa och vi står för det vad vi säger.
Okay.
Så säger vi att leveransen kommer den och den dagen, eller den och den veckan, då håller vi det. Alltså, om det händer något särskilt, då ringer vi eller skriver till kunder att det har hänt någonting och tyvärr det blir uppskjuten. Till exempel. Sen är det att vi lämnar garanti som vi inte bråkar om. Alltså, det är inte så att vi ställer särskilda väldigt svåra krav för kunden att garanti ska gälla. Det är ganska enkelt. Planterar kunden själv 3 månaders garanti. Planterar vi 12 månaders garanti. Ifall om de är mekaniskt skadade under tiden så kan vi inte lämna garanti. Men annars gäller garanti från vår sida. Och så vi krånglar inte med olika svåra villkor som kunden ska uppfylla för att garanti ska gälla. Så jag tror att det att folk kommer tillbaka till oss beror på att jag och min son, och det här är familjeföretag, det är jag och mina 2 söner. Sen har vi också anställda. Men vi är väldigt seriösa och vi betraktar våran jobb väldigt seriöst alltså. Så det är inte så att vi vill bara sälja och bli av med kunder.
Exakt. Ni tänker på kvalitet också.
Kvalitet och sen efteråt att ta hand om kunden.
Okay, interessant. So how do you see the future? The nearest future, how do you see, do you think Sweden is going to have more trees like in the street and also in the forest? What do you think about the future when it comes to more trees?
Hur ser du framtiden? Tror du att det kommer planteras mer i Sverige? Kommer det öka? Den gröna ytan kommer bli större eller kommer den minskas? Hur ser du framtiden med växter i Sverige?
Ja, jag tror det faktiskt. Att det är, år efter år är stor efterfrågan efter växter. Ja. Jag tycker att det här är en framtidens bransch som man kan satsa på. Bara om man är verkligen seriös och vill göra det med full rent samvete. Men framtiden finns i den här branschen och det ska vi utveckla oss. Det som vi behöver, som vi letar efter, det är en större plats, försäljning och utställningsplats. Men marken är så dyr så vi har inte råd än så länge. Men det är våran mål alltså, att köpa mer mark och bygga en försäljningsställe och en riktig butik så att säga, en försäljningsställe och ha mycket mera plats för utställningen.
Okay. Do you work with trees that are used both in the city and in the forest as well, or do you specialize in a particular branch?
Jobbar du bara med växter som planteras i stan eller även med växter som kan planteras i skogar eller
Ja, både och. Vi planterar både här och där alltså. Vi köper de plantorna som vi har haft alltså väldigt många beställningar med typ granar, tallar, silvergranar som planterades just i skogen. Ja. De små plantor. Ja.
Okay.
Så det är både och. Ja.
Okay. So now as this program is going on, I'm very sure that somebody is going to call you because everybody that is subscribed in this channel and as well as my program, they deal with trees. All about here is sustainability. So if you receive a call, say from a different country for consultation on how they can plant on their street, because there is going to happen, how they can, what kind of trees they can use in their street. And if it's a different country, let's say Cameroon, for example, where you have a warm climate, will you have advice to give them on what kind of trees they can plant in the street and also in the forest? Because I'm very sure they will call you.
Folk som kollar på det här kommer från olika länder. Och om någon ringer dig och begär råd kring vilka växter de ska välja i sin klimat som inte kanske är så som Sveriges. Tror du att du kan ge dem råd för att de ska kunna välja rätt växt för rätt plats?
Jo, jag tror det, fast okej, det kanske kan hända. Jag har aldrig haft en sån här förfrågan, men allt går att ta fram. Så om jag får en förfrågan vilka växter som ska planteras i Spanien, så ska jag forska med det och lära mig och framföra det som alltså jag har bra kontakter så jag kan ta fram de kunskaper som behövs för att plantera någonting i Spanien, om det ska hålla eller inte. Det som jag vet i Sverige, både från norr till söder, då vet jag vilka zoner och vilka växter som håller alltså i olika zoner, alltså som etablerar sig.
Okay. So guys, if you are watching all the sustainability role models, please subscribe to, you can check Swarap AB on the internet. Swarap AB, they have a website and they have everything. You can get information. So if you are a minister, or if you are a mayor, or if you are any city role player, you need flowers or trees for the streets and even the forest, you already know that you have a legend and a specialist who can guide you. So you can call him, go to this website, Swarap AB, or if you want, you can just contact us through the comment section, and we will give you his contact. And if you want address, we'll give you his address, and you can come over and you negotiate whatever consultation you want. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you. It's my honor to meet you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, hello guys, and welcome back once again. It has been an honor to navigate throughout the Swedish different sectors of and strategies which are being used to combat climate change using trees. It has been awesome, and once again you are welcome to the Sweden, a great nation located at the European Northern European Peninsula. Which is quite an awesome place to be. So it has been very, very interesting to see all the projects that are taking place in the Swedish community, starting from urban communities. It was nice to discover and to understand that in every urban community there is a portion of biodiversity which is reserved within the city for that helps in decarbonizing the city. It helps in, it also helps in refreshing oxygen within the city, and also gives the opportunity for urban community residents to enjoy a bit of biodiversity while living in the city. That is quite interesting. And it was also interesting as well to understand the Swedish strategies which are being used to combat climate change in the form of tree planting on the streets, for example. two-way system where they plant trees in the opposite side of the street. And also another strategy where trees are planted in the middle of the street with a 10 meters gap or spaces. That was quite interesting to see. And those the 10-meter spaces helps with root management and pruning and thinning processes, management of all those thinning strategies, which is quite nice was nice to see, and to understand the kind of trees which Swedes are using in the city. For example, there's a lot of lime tree, and there is also the spruce tree which are used in the city. And when it comes to residential areas, they use spruce, they use apples, they use columna, and they also use cypress in the residential area. That was nice to see as well. And when it comes to the community residential areas as well, there is always a portion of biodiversity that separates different residential units or housing units that decarbonizes the community residential areas, and also give opportunity for the community residents to enjoy a bit of biodiversity while living in their neighborhood. So that was quite an awesome strategy. And when it comes to their homes, it was also interesting to also see how Swedes, almost 99.9% of Swedes practice home planting in the form of home gardenings in their homes. Flowers, for example, they do it, and also fruits that is capable of surviving within the homes. That and those plants helps in decarbonizing homes, and also helps with also give them the opportunity to enjoy fresh fruits while living in their homes. So it was nice to see all those strategies. And when it comes to the forest, there are a lot of projects which are taking place. There is a reforestation, there is a reforestation as well, and which was quite interesting. And there is also biodiversity in the Swedish forest in the form of reserve forest that cannot be cut, protected by the government. So that was interesting. That helps with decarbonization of the entire country, and also host a lot of biodiversity, which was quite nice to see. And the other projects that are taking places in the forest is reforestation, and the method which is being applied uh, when it comes to reforestation is harvest one, plant two. That has resulted in the Swedish forest multiplying over the years. So Swedish forest or Swedish trees has increased over the years due to the method of harvest one, plant two. So that was quite interesting. And areas where there are no trees, they have what they call the afforestation being implemented in those areas. So that was quite nice to see. And that gives the reason why Swedes are outstanding when it comes to climate change campaign, using trees or using forestation. So those are the small things which outstand Swedes or Sweden in general when it comes to climate change and their efforts. So it was really nice to see all those innovations, and also interesting to see uh, those who are supplying the trees. For example, the legend which we met, he has been in the game since 2007. Actually, sustainability projected in Sweden, that was in 1982, I think. And ever since from 2007, when he took over, he has been one of a significant role model when it comes to supplying trees, both in urban communities, residential areas, private residential areas, community residential areas, and also in the forest. And so it was quite interesting to learn more about his motivation and how far uh, the different species of trees, and also how he sees the future. So it was nice to see all that. And it was also interesting to see the strategies which Swedes are using. The street way, that is how they plant trees on the street in the two-way, the opposite side of the street, and of course in the middle of the street as well. It's nice to see all the strategies with also the 10-meter distance. And also nice to see how they have adopted a system of planting trees around parking lots, leisure parks, and parks, schools, and so on. So those are the things that make Sweden outstanding when it comes to the campaign or fight against climate change. And that has been very interesting to learn, and I inspiring as well. And I hope everybody that is watching this program, we are going to take this knowledge somewhere else. So thank you very much for the day, guys. And remember to subscribe to our program, and because it's through your subscription that we'll be able to develop more sustainability videos for you, for the public, and for, you know, in order to educate the public. So the climate right now is very bad, and I think I have to join the rest others in golfing. So thank you for watching, and subscribe. Remember to subscribe to this channel, share, and let us together help and educate the world. So see you guys during the next edition, which will be waste management. And thank you so much. Thank you, and bye-bye.